Okay guys, so this is going to be a little bit more of a serious video because something just arose and it kind of got under my skin and just irritated me just a little bit. So I want to address this because this has been an ongoing thing since I was little and I'm really just fed up, okay? And what I'm talking about is bullying. Okay, somebody decided that it was okay to go past my babysitter's house today and flip me off and call me names as they drove by. And I'm sorry, but that's not okay. For one, my kids were right there. And for two, that's just not right, okay? I do nothing to nobody. I am perfectly nice to everybody. Like, seriously, I'm nice to everybody. I'm not mean. I'm not mean unless you give me a reason to be. And it has been this way since I was younger, and I'm just really tired of it. I'm really just tired of it. Like, I seriously, it's not okay to attack somebody for no reason. Like, I don't even know that I'm fighting with anybody. Like, I don't even know of anybody that has a problem with me because nobody says anything to me. And I really do try to keep to myself for the most part. And I mean, yes, I do stuff on social media. I enjoy talking to you guys, I really do. And this has nothing to do with you guys at all. You guys have been pretty understanding, and you guys have been pretty nice. And I've never had, like, I've had a couple little issues, but nothing too big. And usually I address it, and usually it doesn't bother me. But seriously, I'm just tired of it. It's not okay to say anything mean to another person. Why would you do that? Like, I just don't understand. You don't understand what it does to people. Like, if this would have been me so many years ago, it probably would have affected me a lot worse. It probably would have affected me a lot worse. But due to the fact that I am much older now, I can deal with it a little bit better than I used to be able to. But I'm just so fed up with bullies. Like, seriously, bullies in school, and I'm an adult now and I'm still getting people bullying me. Like, seriously, what is the point? I don't understand, like, why everybody thinks it's just okay to hide. Like, this person literally hid behind the window and stuck their hand out the window and flipped me off. Like, how is that okay? How is that okay? It's not okay. It's not okay. You don't know what that does to people. Like, I mean, it's seriously, I'm not gonna lie, it triggered a lot of memories that I didn't want to have. And I don't understand why people have to do stuff like that. I just don't understand. Like, why can't we just be nice to everybody? Why can't we just keep our thoughts to ourselves? Like, and cyberbullying is even worse because they hide behind a screen name. I mean, there's so many young kids that kill themselves because they can't handle the pressure of being bullied. Why would you want that on your conscience, for somebody to kill themselves because they just can't handle it? Some people just aren't strong enough to be able to handle being bullied. I have been bullied my entire life, from family, from friends, from people I didn't even know. I still get bullied from time and time again on social media. It doesn't bother me as much as it used to, but this was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I just don't understand. I don't understand why people have to be mean to each other. I mean, the world would be such a better place if we could just all get along and not bully each other, because you don't know what people have going on in their own personal lives unless they tell you. And I don't tell everybody everything that goes on in my personal life. I choose to keep it somewhat private. I do share a decent amount with you guys. But I've calmed down a lot on the social media. As you guys have probably noticed, I have not been uploading as much as I used to because I don't know, I don't know. I haven't been. But, you know, okay, you can tell me my hair is stupid, which right now it's just kind of blah, but when I had it like different colors, people used to make fun of me for it, and honestly, I didn't care, whatever. And so far, nobody's really made fun of me for the cat ears, but again, I don't really care. That's what I choose to do. But this person just kind of caught me off guard and came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't even do anything to deserve it. Like, they literally came out of nowhere. But it's just, you know, it's just, some people can't deal with it. Some people can't deal with it. They can't. And some people may seem like they're okay, and then behind closed doors, they're not okay. They're not okay. They're absolutely traumatized by what is being said to them. I mean, I could tell you stories of the bullying that I went through my entire life, but I'm not going to, because I'm not going to rehash old memories, because that's just not healthy to sit here and dwell on the fact that I was bullied younger. It's not going to help anything. But just know that if you're being bullied, you're not alone. And I'm an adult now, and it still happens to me. But your best bet, if you're being bullied, is just to ignore it. If it's getting really, really bad, tell someone. If you see somebody being bullied, tell someone. Because if you just hide from it and you just let it go, eventually it's going to eat away at you. And I've been there. I've been there. I've been the one being bullied. I've been the one being eaten alive by things that were being said and done to me in school. Like I said, I was the odd person in school. I mean, I didn't get along with a whole lot of people. I had a very small group of friends. And little did the bullies know that my home life wasn't all that great either. So I was not only getting it at school, but I was also getting it at home. And it got to the point where I quit going to school, and then I got in trouble for it. And I can't take that back. I can't take back the fact that I left school at a young age, and I can't take back the fact that I gave up, basically, and that I couldn't handle it, because I couldn't handle it. I hit a really low time, and I just want you all to know that if I can make it through, then so can you. Say something to somebody. I told my dad, I told my friends, I've even gotten to the point where I got so fed up and so beat down that I just went apeshit crazy and scared the crap out of the bullies. Because I literally slammed my fist on the table and started screaming at them, because I was just so fed up with the fact that I couldn't go home and I couldn't go to school without somebody picking on me. I don't want this for my children. And I would never, ever want anybody to have to go through what I went through in school. It's not fair. And the emotional, physical abuse that I went through was terrible. And it was rough. It was rough. But I made it through. And you guys can too. So what I'm trying to say is, you can make it through, even though people may be bullying you, people may say things, people may do things. There's always a way out. And I know some people are like, but if I tell, then I'm a tattletale, and then they're going to get more mad at me, and then it's going to cause more problems. But you just don't let it. You stand up for yourself. Don't let it get to the point where you can't handle it. Because when people can't handle it, they either, one, kill themselves, or two, they hurt somebody else. And you don't want that on your conscience. You don't want to become the bully, and you don't want to lash out and hurt somebody because somebody's hurting you. That just doesn't help things. That just makes more people hurt because you chose to hurt them. If you kill yourself, you're not just ending your life. You're hurting those around you. If you hurt that person that is hurting you, you're hurting their family. As much as they, maybe they don't know what's going on. Maybe they do. Maybe they just don't care. But eventually you'll get to the point where you can just move on. I even just act like it doesn't bother me. Act like it doesn't bother you. Take your frustrations out on something more creative. But don't take it out on yourself. Take it out in painting. Take it out in music or something like that. Don't hurt yourself because they're hurting you. I mean, that's not helping anything. All you're doing is hurting yourself more. Nobody deserves anything like that. Nobody deserves to be bullied. Nobody. And I want you to take a minute. I want you to take a minute and say, I'm worth more than they think I am. And I'm better than they think I am. And no matter what people say, I'm going to stay strong. We're all human. And most of the time when people are bullying you, it's because they're lashing out because they're going through something themselves. And the only way they know how to cope with it is to hurt somebody else. So, I just want you guys to stay beautiful, stay lovely, and I'm always there. I can't do a whole lot. I mean, I can give you as much advice as I possibly can. I know a couple of people have came to me saying they were being bullied, and I always tell them the same thing, just ignore it. Especially if it's cyberbullying, you block them. Cyberbullying, as much as you think that it might not be able to be stopped and it's just impossible to stop it, it's so possible to stop. I know, I've been there. I've been called fat, ugly, and all this other stuff. Lesbian. I'm not a lesbian. Not a lesbian. Obviously I'm not a lesbian. But hey, not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying I'm not. But, okay, the ways you can get through cyberbullying is this. You can either, one, choose to ignore it. Two, block them. And if you see somebody bullying somebody on YouTube, okay, YouTube has made it possible to flag people's comments or report people's comments and say that they are bullying or harassing. I do it on a daily basis, even on the big YouTubers pages. If I go through the comments and I see something negative, I report it. Because nobody deserves to feel that way. Nobody deserves to read things about themselves that isn't true. And most of the time, it isn't true. You can block that person. You can report that person. Or you can simply turn off your comments. On other social media, you can block those people. If they come back with another screen name, just stop responding. Don't respond. Because the minute you respond to a negative comment, you've given it power. You've given that person, that bully, that coward that is hiding behind that screen name, you have given them power. And the same thing goes in real life. If you respond, if you let them get to you, all you're doing is giving them the power to hurt you. Yes, it's hard. It's really hard. And like I said, what happened to me today, it got to me. It bothered me. But I didn't show it in front of them. And now I'm okay. But I really feel like this is something that's been a big thing of mine. I cannot stand bullying, and I've been wanting to make a video about this, but I just haven't sat down and made the time to talk about it. So tonight gave me the want to talk to you guys about this. Let's stop the hate, you guys. It's not worth it. If everybody if everybody can get along, I have seen so much wonderful things on my channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. I mean, yeah, there's your random trolls. And like I said, I either don't respond, I block them, or I do respond, and it's usually with a smart ass comment because honestly, I just don't care. You're invisible to me. You're nothing. If you're going to bully people, you're nothing to me. You're not worth my time. I've had people say, the only people that would want to watch this video is a pervert. Well, you apparently watched it. You're a fat ass. Nobody wants to watch your crap, really. Because I have many other subscribers that absolutely love my videos. And I have lots of friends that love being around me. I may be a little chubby, but my outer appearance is fine with me. I can change my outer appearance to make myself comfortable. You can't change being ugly and the inside. Being mean and hateful towards other people is just mean and ugly. And you need to really do some soul searching if you're one of those people that are bullying others. And I don't really care if I get a lot of hate on this video. I really don't care. If the bullies come out of the woodwork, whatever. Go right ahead. I don't care. I will just report and block you. It doesn't matter to me. I've been through it. I think I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I think it's been about 5 years I've been on YouTube. I've been on other social media for many more years. And I also want to talk about younger girls. If a guy is trying to get you to send them pictures or take off your clothes on webcam or anything like that, don't do it. Because one thing I've learned over the years of being online is whatever you put on the internet stays on the internet. You can't get rid of it. So even if you just innocently send a person a picture, they can save that picture and send it to a million other people, and then it ends up on the internet and it's shared all over the world. Don't do it. Don't lessen yourselves to make a guy happy. No man is worth that. It's just not worth it. Why would it be worth, okay, for example, Amanda Todd. I know you guys either know or don't know about Amanda Todd. She was a very young girl who had exposed herself on a webcam, and those images made their way around the internet. And she was called every name in the book because of this. And she was stalked and harassed because of one decision she decided to make. you go onto any of Amanda Todd's videos on YouTube, there are so many people who are still bullying her even after she's gone. What does that say about those people? She's not here to defend herself anymore. And they're still bullying her. Still. How is that even right? How is that even fair? Nobody should ever feel like ending their life is the only answer and the only way out of this situation. I've been there. I was teased so many years of my life. I was picked on so many years of my life. I went from a straight A 4.0 grade point average student to failing every class, to not giving a crap about anything because I was so depressed and so upset that I lashed out at myself more than I did with other people. It caused problems at home. I destroyed my own life because of the fact that I was bullied. I destroyed a big portion of my life. But now it's time to start anew. Like I said, I've been dealing with it my entire life. And I've become a stronger person because I just don't let them break you down. It's not worth it. It's not. And I want you guys to remember that. So now that this video is like really super long, I'm gonna go. But I just want you guys to remember that you are all important and you are all beautiful. You can be as strange as you want to be. As long as you're not hurting anyone, what does it matter? Look at me. I'm 30 years old wearing friggin' cat ears. But it's what makes me happy. And if it makes me happy, screw what everybody else thinks. Who cares? In the long run, it's what, you know, some years down the road, you know, actually, this has happened to me, okay? One of the biggest bullies that picked on me sent me a friend request on Facebook and tried to act like we were BFFs in school. I was really, really nice to her. I was really sweet to her. And you know what I found out? The reason why she picked on me in school and the reason why she treated me like crap was because she didn't know how to deal with the things that she was going through. So it made her feel better to pick on me. Think about that. Maybe they just don't know how to deal with something. I'm not going to tell you what I found out about this girl because it's just nobody's business. It doesn't really matter now. But I was nice to her. Even though she made my childhood a miserable hell and my school years a miserable hell. And she was only one of them. I still was nice to her. So just remember that. And stay beautiful. And stay loving. And if you need a friend or need just somebody to vent to, I'm here. Like I said, I can't do much, but I can listen and give you as much advice as I can. I know it might not be much. I mean, this video pretty much told it all, but just hang in there, guys. Giving up is just not worth it. There's a whole life ahead of you. A whole life. And when things are saying like they're gonna get worse, things get worse before they get better. Just remember that. But I'm gonna go because this is a really super long video and I'm so sorry that this was so long. But it was a very, very touching subject to me and I just had to get it off my chest. But anyways, I will talk to you lovelies later and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Stay beautiful. Toodles.